Hi everyone, and welcome back to You Can Yoga Too. Today we're going to do a little back love chair yoga. So you're going to need 2 blocks or a bolster and a strap for today's practice. So let's get centered. All right, sitting up nice and tall, feet flat on the floor. And again, if your feet aren't nice and flat on the floor, you can put your blocks under your feet or your bolster. We want to make sure that you're nice and grounded. Getting those feet up there. We're going to grip in through the toes and pull that energy up through the legs, through the belly, through the spine. Feel that energy coming out right through the top of the head. Let's take 3 big breaths together. So see if you can move that breath all the way down to the belly button. And follow it all the way back out. All right, one more. All right. And then we'll just start with a few little neck rolls. So bringing that left ear to the left shoulder and then rolling it around to the right shoulder. And again, with your breath, warming it up, moving that head. You can go all the way around if you want. Ooh, crunchy neck. But my neck doesn't go that way. But that doesn't mean you can't do it. Bringing it around. Feels good. Yeah. All right. And then come to center. Sitting up nice and tall, we're going to take a little side bend. So we're going to hold on to the side of the chair with our right hand. Lift that right hand up and over. So you want to keep that left hip pressing down into the chair. We don't want to lift that hip up. We still want to keep our feet grounded into the floor. Reaching up and over. And then inhale, come back to center and go to the other side. So holding on with that left hand, we're going to reach that right arm up and over. Big stretch through the side body. And then come back to center. And we're going to go with a little twist now. So we're going to twist, bring the hands to heart center. From your core, we're going to twist to the right. So twisting toward the right. And then if you can, we're going to turn. I'm going to bring my right hand to the back of the chair. Bring my left hand to the outer right thigh. And holding onto the chair, I can get a little better of a twist. But see how when I twisted, my legs went like this? That's not what we want. We want to keep the feet firmly planted where they are, sit up tall, and then twist from above the waist. So this does not have to be a big movement. I'm using the strength in my right hand to go a little bit deeper. And I'm using this left hand to steady my legs and my hips so I can keep that twist above the waist. One more breath, sitting up super tall. And exhale, unwind, and back to center. So second side, I'm going to bring my hands to my heart. I'm going to activate the chest by pressing the hands together. I'm going to twist to the left. And then I'm going to take a hold of my chair. Bring my right hand to the outside of my leg and twist. So again, sitting up nice and straight and tall. Pull the belly in like you're trying to reach the crown of your head and bonk it on the ceiling. So good. One more inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, unwind, come back to center. And we'll take a few cat-cows. So hands on the knees. We're going to pull back on those legs as we inhale. Pull the shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, scoop the chest forward, and gently look up. And then on your exhale, we're going to pull the belly in, round the spine, tuck the chin, and moving with your breath. Inhale, pull forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades back and down. And exhale, cat pose. Really round it. Think of every little Halloween kitty you've ever seen and their really round arched back. And one more with your breath. And then as you're finished, come back to your seated mountain pose. And we're going to take our sun salutations. So sitting up nice and tall. We'll inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, fold forward. On your inhale, you're going to come up on the left toes. Bring the hands up. Pull the chest forward like you did for your cow. And then plant that left heel down to the mat. Then we're going to take our cobra pose. So now we'll come up on both toes. Big inhale. Pull the shoulders back. Palms shine toward me. Squeeze. Exhale back to mountain. Inhale. Press away. Use your strength as you come up onto your toes for your inhale. And exhale back down. Inhale. Reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, this time we're going to come up on the right toes. Slide the hands up the legs, puff the chest out, squeeze the shoulder blades back. Press that right heel down, come back to your mountain pose. Once more, inhale, come up on the toes, palms shine towards me, squeeze the chest open for your chair cobra. Exhale, mountain pose. Inhale, once more, come up on the toes, press away. Press, 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 squeeze everything. Exhale, mountain pose. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, fold it down. Come up on the right toes as you slide the hands up the legs. Big inhale. And exhale back to our mountain pose. And remember, if that was a little fast, we have a whole video of sun salutations in your chair for you to practice as well. All right, so let's get into those hips. So first we're going to take our bound angle pose with our blocks. So I'm going to stack my blocks up like this. You can also use your bolster. Get over here. I don't know how my props always get a million miles away. So I'm going to take my bolster and bring it right in front of my chair. And we're going to come to the outer edges of both feet. I'm going to scooch onto the edge of the chair. And this is a variation of our Baddha Konasana or our butterfly pose. So we're just going to take a couple breaths here, letting gravity do a little work. And come on, gravity, where you been? Start chipping in here. So hands on the legs, still sitting up tall, engaging through the belly, relaxing through the hips and the legs. You can close your eyes here. I tend to do a lot of my practice with my eyes closed. Then you can really tune inward. One more breath here. And then exhale, let it go. Come back to your mountain pose. So I'm just going to bring my feet to the floor for this one. If you usually have your feet on blocks for your mountain, then have your feet on blocks. So again, scooching to the edge of your chair. We're going to bring the hands to the tops of the thighs, or you can hold on to the chair sides or the back of the chair for this one for a little more stability if that makes you feel good. And on your inhale, we're just going to lift that right heel up, straighten the leg, and exhale down. Inhale, straighten, flex the left foot, and exhale down. So a few rounds of this. Make sure to really flex, point those toes up, and then exhale down. And you don't have to lift the leg that high, just as high as you can comfortably, really energizing through the legs, flexing into that foot, and then bring it down. And now we're going to flex the right foot, keep it lifted, point through the toe, and flex through the toe. Remember, you can put a block under your heel at any time. Point through the toe and flex through the toe. One more time, big leg strengthener. Awesome job. And then bring it back. And then reach through the heel, point through the toe, flex through the toe. Point through the toe, flex through the toes. One more, point through the toes, flex through the toes. Keep breathing. One more, I lied. Point through the toes, flex through the toes. Nice job. And then bring that foot back down. And now we're gonna add a little arm action here. So on your inhale, you're gonna reach the right leg out and either just keep the heel on the floor or you can lift it and then lift the left arm up and bring it back down. And then we're gonna kick that left foot out as we reach the right arm up and bring it down. So keep going like this with your breath. Remember, the heel can be on the floor or the arm can be out to the side or in front of you. So that depends on your shoulders, how you want to take this arm movement. But it's going to be opposite leg, opposite arm. You could be here with your heels on the floor. Remember, there's no cheating in yoga. So you take the version that's best for you. Opposite foot, opposite arm. And one more. And then bring it back to center. And then we're going to straighten both legs, digging the heels into the ground or the mat or the blocks or whatever you got. We're going to gently tilt forward and extend the arms up. So I'm going to bring my biceps by my ears as I lean forward as much as I can, keeping the legs strong but not locked. So I'll show you from the side. I have my legs out. I'm hinged forward gently from the hips. So I'm making like a little triangle shape here. But again, if this is no good on your shoulders, just keep pressing them forward like we did in our sun salutations. And keep digging those heels into the floor or into your mat. Activating everything. Pulling the belly in. Digging in through the heels and pressing out strong through the heels of the hands. Keep breathing. When things get challenging, we want to hold our breath, but don't do it. Don't you do it. Got to keep breathing. One more inhale, activate and engage. And then exhale, bring it back down to center. And now we're going to get a little more into those hips with some ab and adductors, okay? So bringing your feet flat to the floor, we're just going to simply open up the right leg and bring it back to center. So you got this. Inhale, open up the left leg, bring it back to center. So again, a lot of this has to do with your range of motion. So again, keep going. You know what to do. And again, you can have your feet here on the blocks. Just move as much as your hips will allow. We never want to force things on our body, okay? I know in a lot of other movement modalities, you have that no pain, no gain modality, like just push through it. Don't push through it. Listen to your body. Trying to keep the upper body as still as possible. Getting into those hips, lifting and squeezing as much as is in your power today. One more on each side. Awesome. And then bring it back to center. And then from here, we're going to do the same thing, but with our strap. So my strap is actually a dog leash. Be wary if you're using a dog leash as a strap that your dog doesn't go nuts when you pick it up. And then we're going to bring the leg forward, holding onto our strap. And we're going to do the same thing with a straight leg. Now mine is up here. Yours can be down on the floor. That's what you get to decide. Isn't that cool? I told you it's all about you. So on the inhale, I'm going to take my right leg out to the side and then inhale back to center. Inhale, open. Exhale, back. So again, you could be here. Inhale, open. Exhale, back. Okay? Let's do one more, making sure you're still sitting up tall. And then exhale, bring that right foot down. And we'll go over to the left foot. So if yours doesn't have a little handle like mine does, and you're using a tie or whatever you're using, you can just loop it around. Inhale to straighten the leg. Exhale, bring it out. Inhale back to center. You follow your breath out and in. You can hold on to the chair with this right hand for a little more stability through the leg. I'm sweating, y'all. And one more. You got it. Oof, really getting into those hips. Bring that left foot down. I'm going to put my strap to the side, and we're going to take our chair warrior two pose. And we're just going to let that fall on the floor. All right, so we'll start on the left. I'm going to turn my left hip out to the side. So this is externally rotated. My foot is planted on the floor or a block. And remember, we have two options here. You can bring the right knee down and take it this way. Or if it works for your legs, you can straighten through that right leg. Remember, don't lock it, and push into the outer edge of that right foot. And then on your inhale, we're going to add the arms. So straight and strong. And then I'm going to drop my right hand without pushing on my knee or pushing on this leg. There's no weight here. And then lift up and over. Reverse warrior. You can look up here if you want. Still engaging, really pressing into that right heel. And then on your exhale, you're going to bring the left forearm to the top of the left thigh. So you're either here or you have your knee down on your block, whichever version works for you. Oh, got a little unsteady there. We're good. And then we're going to reach that right arm up and over. So you're wanting to spin your belly button up toward the ceiling, reaching through those right fingertips for our extended side angle pose. So I'm using my forearm to keep my knee stacked over my ankle. Big reach, 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 reach. And use your core muscles to come back up to center. Awesome job. Coming back into our mountain pose. Take a breath. Check in with the mind, the body, and the breath. And we'll go to the other side. So turn to your right side and take your version of your warrior two. So with the legs straight back or with the knee down. And remember, you don't have to do the same thing on both sides, depending on how your knees and your hips are feeling. And then reaching the arms out. And then we'll bring the left hand down. Right arm comes up and back. Remember, don't push on this knee. You can always hold on to the chair if you want a little bit more support. Nice job. And then reaching out through each fingertip, we're going to come into our extended side angle. I'm going to take my knee down for this one. We're going to bring the right forearm to the top of the right thigh. Reach up and over. So again, using this forearm, if your knee's trying to collapse in, you want to pull that leg open, make sure that knee is stacked over the ankle. One more big breath here. And then inhale, come all the way up, back to your mountain. Gotta adjust my chair a little bit there. Take a breath in your seated mountain pose, and we're gonna take our tree pose from here. So I'm gonna take my block, or both my blocks, and I'm gonna bring them to the outer edges of the chair. So here's the leg of my chair, my block's gonna be here. I'm going to ground down through my right foot, and I'm going to take my left leg up and bring it on to that block. So we're sitting on the edge of the chair. That right leg is grounded. The left foot is really pressing into that block, okay? So sitting up nice and tall. Make sure you're not turning this way. You still want to be squared up to the front. And then we'll just inhale, reach the arms up. And then exhale, bring the arms down. Inhale, bring the arms forward. Exhale, bring the arms down. Inhale, bring the arms to the sides. Exhale the arms down. Beautiful job. And then we'll bring that left foot in, bringing that right foot out for our seated tree pose. And if your foot doesn't turn all the way out like this, that's totally cool. You can just adjust your block a little bit and have your foot more at an angle. Just depends on where your hips are at. So get your legs situated. And then we'll add a little arm action. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring it down. Bring your arms forward. Exhale, bring them down. Inhale, float the arms to the sides. And exhale, bring it down. Perfect. And then we'll bring that right hip in. Oh, that right foot, that right hip, the whole thing. Coming back to our seated mountain pose, sitting up nice and tall. Coming back to our seated meditation pose. And we'll close with 3 breaths, trying to extend the exhale longer than the inhale. So you can count that 2, 3, 4 breath. So we inhale for 2, hold for 3, exhale for 4. And again, if you feel like that's a little too much, you could do 1, 2, 3. So you could inhale 1, hold for 2, exhale for count of 3. So do 2 more on your own, eyes closed. And as you're ready, gently blink your eyes open. And bring the hands to heart center. Amazing job. Go with gratitude and lead with love always, my dear friends. I'm so proud of you. Thank you for joining me today. And if you want to practice with me in person or on Zoom, make sure to follow me at You Can Yoga Too. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook. You can write me an email. I love hearing about your comments and what you think of the videos. So thanks again, and we'll see you next time.